कंटिन्यू किए, मतलब आपके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हम देख पाएंगे वो पॉइंट।
Okay,
ओके
okay, okay. So we have this typical format for script development, and whatever suppose you are planning a documentary on quantum physics, one chapter of thermodynamics. So you will write your story here by following all the elements we have discussed earlier, pedagogy and instructional design, GANE. So keeping in view all those things, you will write your content here. But you are not dealing to radio medium, correct? You are dealing to video medium. So along with your text, you need to support your text with appropriate supporting visuals. So what visual sorry so what visual you want to place along with your audio? So you can describe your video para sentence wise. Suppose for these two sentences, I would like to place this kind of video in my making. So you can describe your video, and along with video, you can describe your explanation part. So you have to explain your concept visually as well as in terms of text. So for this, we have two column script, and the whole page has been divided into two parts. One is dedicated for video description, and another is for audio. You can create more parts if you want to insert some sound effects. So you can create both. You want to create one more column for remark, some special effects. You can. So that is commercial people basically they do this thing and keep on adding columns as per the need. So basically OER would not be complete if I don't discuss Mooc. But you have already understood Moocs, स्वयं Moocs, workflow of Moocs. आपको बताया गया होगा, शायद थॉमस सर ने लिया था, तो he must have covered workflow of Mooc, स्वयं Mooc. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
हाँ? So आप चाहते हैं चंदन सर ये दोबारा
Yes, so we have classes of Mooc, but it would be great if you kindly sum up the thing.
Okay. So in order to basically make an effective move, basically I have basically chalked down 7 stages. So first some prerequisite are there, basically some prerequisites we need to understand, so we will see in the next slide. Then we need to identify suitable instructional design model, we have already discussed in our earlier. Then we need to gather information, content research. Then we need to write our script, storyboarding we have already covered. Then after that we need to start preparing our teaching learning material, we will discuss. Then after preparing teaching learning material, we need to develop our content, produce our content, particularly video part. Video is very important element for any move, for any X move rather. After that we need to review, validate our content. Then after that after making needful correction, we can upload it. Then in the last stage we can evaluate our students with the help of national testing agencies. This is basically 7 steps process if you want to come up with some Mooc course. Okay. So prerequisite under prerequisite domain, what I want to tell you, in order to understand complete workflow, I would suggest just go and enroll for any SWAYAM course. So you will understand the workflow very properly, and what they want, what agencies want under the proposal for SWAYAM MOOCs. So they want everything in 4 quadrant. So quadrant is basically a subset of information architecture, and you have to decide quadrant based on quadrant analysis approach. So what kind of material you want to put in one quadrant and what kind of material you want to put in another quadrant, because you are putting so much information, so you don't want that your learners should be confused. So it is a way of bifurcating your basically content, but this content is not visible on this basically format. This approach will not be visible on the same course page. This is just for basically this is required by the agencies, you can say. But what is the hidden meaning behind this? Suppose we are going to enable adaptive learning in our course page. So for that purpose, this is useful. Okay. Somebody does not want to basically learn through audio visual medium. He just want to read the text. So after identifying his or her learning style, we will offer relevant content in order to enable adaptive learning. Adaptive learning means offering the content as per the learning style of the individual and learning need of the individual. So we will offer that content only, whatever is required to that learner. So we have seen in the paradigm shift slide, one is a factory model and another is customed model. So I am talking about customed model. So by this approach, we can create further custom. Okay. So we have divide our content into 4 quadrants. So this is not the only criteria. We can do it by some other method also. So have you heard about work inventory, learning style inventory of work? I think Fleming has created, Neil Fleming. गोविंदा सर, आप तो एजुकेशन के हैं, आप जानते होंगे,
सुना है थोड़ा बहुत,
है ना?
सुना।
तो वर्क क्या करता है? VARK, वर्क. So work, he has invented basically various version of work inventory. Now I think we have work 7.1. So basically Fleming has identified learners in 4 types. One is visual learner, visual and audio learner, VA work. And another learners type is learners who want to learn reading material, RD, read and text. And third kind of learners who want to learn by doing the things kinesthetic. So he has basically divided all the learners in 3 or 4 categories. So you can see here audio portion, audio and video portion we can put in one quadrant, and text material according to work. Second domain is text, T. R, reading materials. We are placing reading here in second quadrant. Then in the third quadrant, we can put all the simulation, virtual labs kind of thing here in the third one. So they can perform practical work and they can learn. And in the fourth basically quadrant, we can put all the assessment kind of assessment and interaction. So that if we follow work, that quadrant approach will be different. So this is for your understanding and so that you can rationalize this quadrant approach. I have basically I tried to relate this quadrant approach with work and with information architecture. I don't know what was the philosophy behind offering or why they came up with this quadrant idea, but I try to rationalize it. These might be reasons because behind bifurcating this quadrant approach. So I don't know, I'm reasonable or not.
Yes, it is very reasonable.
So why we need different modes of medium? I can say my thing in video medium, but I am also placing academic script, then so many others. I am also, along with video, I am also placing multimedia based tutorial, and so many other things I am placing along with one. So again, we can refer to Howard Gardner. Basically, according to him, anything that is worth teaching can be presented in many different ways. These multiple ways can make use of our multiple intelligences. We have discussed that multiple intelligences in that paradigm shift slide. आपको याद है?
Yes, sir. याद है सर.
तो
Multiple use ये है सर.
हाँ, मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंसेस उन्होंने बोला था कि आप एक ही डोमेन को मत, मास्टरी लर्निंग की बात मत करिए. वी शुड फोकस ऑन मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंसेस ऑफ आवर लर्नर्स. ओके, सो अगेन Gardner is also saying same thing. We should focus for multiple intelligences rather than focusing on one domain, and we should offer our content in multiple ways. So again, we need to follow multimedia approach or media. We should have media richness element in our modules. So this is typical basically steps for preparing the proposal. Somebody, I don't know, somebody has explained proposal format, how to write proposal or not. This is important, and better way is to refer some sample proposal instead of understanding each point. That would be easier to fill the proposal. So if you want to offer your course, first thing you need to do is you need to basically fill the proposal and submit it to concerned national agency. If you are targeting to undergraduate, you have to submit your proposal to CEC. If you are targeting to PG courses also, then also you have to submit your proposal to CEC. CEC is catering for UG and PG, both the groups. Okay. So you want to see proposal, or we can go ahead?
Then you want to see.
You want to see? Okay. You want to submit proposal, I think. Okay. So I don't know whether this would be visible.
So just press this one.
Okay. I'm opening it. Can you see proposal or not?
Then not yet.
Okay. So I need to select another window.
পাপার ফোন লাগিও না, পাপা বকবে, কাজ হচ্ছে, এখানে বসো, কথা শোনো আমার, এখানে বসো.
And I need to select a window of text. I think now you can see the text file of proposal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can just set. So this is a format of proposal. First you need to write the title of whatever title of the course, basically. Suppose film studies, and it should be aligned with the CBCS syllabus. Just make sure. Okay? And also, if you don't want to duplicate the work, so how you will ensure that whatever you are going to develop has not been developed by anybody else? How you will ensure certain this thing? So what you can do, you can just go to SWAYAM website and just search the topic of your proposed title. If you don't find your title there, so you can go ahead, otherwise you can change your title or you can change your topic. So this is what this is the basic approach I think you need to follow anyway. So a knowledge stream, you need to write this subject, then for which program, year, semester you need to write. Whether it is of credit or not credit course, always go for credit course. If you opt for non-credit code, you will not get any remuneration, or you will not get your development fees from the agency. Okay. Then you are going to act as course coordinator, so you can write your name, designation, contact detail, how many years experience of teaching, all these things. These things are self-explanatory. Okay. Your institute name, university name, NAC affiliation, all these things you can write. You need to submit consent letter of your institute, because your institute along with you, they have to sign on certificate, and it should be passed through basically academic council of your institute. So for that purpose, to process all these things, you need to submit your proposal first to your academic council or whatever body is there, senate, or after getting approval from there, you will get the consent letter also. Otherwise, nobody will give you consent letter. So just follow all the process. After getting the consent letter, you will submit your proposal, and in the proposal again, course title, subject, course category. Then you need to write course description. You can see here. So what you can do? Suppose your one paper is having 5 units. So the best way, you just copy from the syllabus, whatever syllabus is. If you feel comfortable with the syllabus, and you don't want to change the syllabus content, so you just according to syllabus you can basically write your course description, what you are going to discuss and cover in the course. So you need to write. Where such kind of courses, suppose you are following CBCS syllabus, so you can just write ki, this is part of CBS syllabus, so all the universities are following this syllabus. Course duration, suppose just yes, one point you need to understand. I don't know whether somebody has discussed, explained this thing or not. Suppose you are making Mooc for 4 credit course. Okay. So, what is the duration of your complete course material? So, as per common understanding, for completing the 1 credit, you need to teach for 20 hours. Say. So, suppose 15 hours to 20 hours. So suppose you are making your Mooc course for 4 credits, so you have to come up with 70, almost 70, 60 to 80 hours of Mooc content. So how you will fill this time space? So for this 20 hours, you can create 40 video modules of 30 minutes each. So by this way, you will fill 20 hours of video. Rest 40 hours you can fill by academic script, glossary, FAQs, lecture notes, PPT, quizzes, assignments, reading materials. So you can offer all those things. So by this way, you will complete 70 to 80 hours of reading. That is required for fulfilling the criteria of 4 credit. So here you need to write for 10 weeks, and in the suppose you are making 40 videos, or you can make 80 videos, 15 minutes of each, or you can make 120 videos, 10 minutes of each. So this is up to you. We have already discussed shorter videos are better than longer videos. How we can make it short, we will also discuss if you want to make it long. So one more strategy is there, so we will discuss if time allows. So suppose you are offering a 4 credit course for 10 weeks. So and you have created 40 video modules, each of say 30 minutes. So every week you can upload 4 modules, 4 lectures. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday you can apply day wise 4 lectures. Then thereafter you can upload assignments and teach and other reading materials. So this is how you would be able to complete 10 weeks, and you can spare 1 week for examination. So your duration of your course would be 11 weeks. You can make it 12 weeks also, no problem. Then we have mentioned here 10 weeks. So weekly detailed plan you have to give along with this, and then you have to mention rationale of your course, why you want to offer this course. So statement of purpose. Then what are the course objective? You can write. Student will be able to learn this things after completing the course. So what you can do, जो description in the description you have mentioned unit, the same thing you can after completing the course, student will be able to learn language option. They will also would be able to learn social context. So simple way of doing this thing, but you can do it thoughtfully. No problem. Then you have to make one introductory video of the course, so that you can invite learners, and you can basically hook your learners by after watching the introductory video what you are going to present in the whole course. What is the rationale of attending this course for the students? Such kind of things you can mention, and so many other things. Basically, all the interesting facts things you can mention in the introductory video, so that student come and join your course. You can get maximum enrollments for your course. What are the prerequisites for your course? You can mention in the if you are offering course for your course. And if you have other instructor along with you in your course who will deliver the lectures, you can give the names of those faculty members. So see here, 40 modules somebody has written. You can return 80 if you want to make it 80 of 15 minutes or 10 minutes if you want to make of 10 minutes. Then this is mandatory, mother. You have to come up with 20 hours video. Number is not fixed, but hours is fixed. So a quadrant one we are placing video only, so 20 hours for quadrant. Then in quadrant 2 we are placing all the text material, so say 20 hours of reading material. Then quadrant 3 we are placing all the reference material, recommended links, books, reading material. So that suppose we can say learners will take 10 hours to read complete reference material, so we can write 10 hours for this thing. Then assessment, how much time is required for assessment section? They have to basically complete the case assignment.
বলছি
So
পড়লে
for
ওই
that
আমাদের
they
পারমিশনটা একটু করিয়ে না বুঝলা
20 hours.
আমার ওটা করাতে হবে মনে হচ্ছে
So
আমি
total
খোঁজ নিলাম দুজনের কাছে
you can say here total
ঠিক আছে
80 hours somebody is
এবার
proposing,
হ্যাঁ
with 20 hours
তো একটু আগে
video.
থেকে করলে তো ভালো হবে
Total duration of
যদি
the
আমার
course
কোনো ধরো
content
কিছু হয়তো বড়
80
ডকুমেন্টস সাথে
hours.
ভিডিও কাছে করতে বলে
Then
যদি
accordingly you
আইসি
have
না
to
দেয় তাহলে
mention
ভিডিও কাছে করতে হবে বলছে
what would be
বুঝতে
your
পেরেছো
assessment plan, how much
মানে
weightage
থানার
you
যদি
want to
আইসি
give
পারমিশন না
particular
দেয়
activity.
ঠিক আছে
So you
তাহলে
can
পরে ভিডিওর কাছে গিয়ে
mention
অ্যাপ্লাই করতে
here.
হবে আবার
And you can also mention grading system according to your university system.
থানাতে কি এসসি না আইসি তো বলছে আইসিতে দিয়ে উদ্দেশ্য করে বলছে করতে
Then we have mentioned earlier, they
তুমি
have
যেটা
asked
করবে
for a weekly plan,
আইসি মানে কি ইন্সপেক্টর অফ কি
weekly
ইন্সপেক্টর
study
কমিশন না
plan.
কিরকম কাজ আমি
So
জানি না ঠিক
this is the
আইসি না
attachment for weekly plan.
সে
So
তুমি যাকে
suppose on
এসপি করলে
Monday,
এসপিকে করবা এটা
week
তুমি
one you
আজকে
want to offer
তোমার কত দূর থানা তোমার বাড়ি থেকে
4 lectures. So what would be the content of
তাহলে তুমি
those
গিয়ে
4
কথা বলো না
lectures?
একবার আজকে বিকেলে
Objective content and
আর
assessment
আমি একটা
time.
ই পাস নাকি বলছে
So
দেখি
for all
পাস
the
যদি
10
হয়
weeks you
ই
can
পাস নাকি একটা
write like this.
ঠিক আছে
So I think this is good enough for writing a proposal, or you want to learn more? Hello.
Yes, sir.
हाँ?
Yes, sir.
अब आप
Yes.
लिख सकते हैं प्रपोजल इतने कम टाइम में, मेरे ख्याल से इससे ज़्यादा। संगीता मैम आपने ये क्वेरी किया था ना, ये कविता मैम कौन चाहता था प्रपोजल देखना?
हाँ सर, मैं कविता सर। थैंक यू सर,
हाँ।
थैंक यू सो मच।
तो
क्या
ये
आया
इस-
पूरा एक बार आपने बता दिया?
अब इसके बाद आप लिख पाएंगी प्रपोजल?
जरूर सर, जरूर ट्राई
हाँ,
करूँगा।
तो आप लिखिएगा प्रपोजल, जरूर अपना ड्राफ्ट करिए और भेजिए, और ट्राई करिएगा कि आप मूव बनाए कुछ अपने जैसे। अब आप लोग हैं एक ही डिसिप्लिन के हैं, कुछ लोग आपस में कोलोबरेट करिए और मिलके कुछ एक मूव बनाइए, अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा। ठीक है,
थैंक यू सो मच, अच्छा मुझे जरूर ट्राई करेंगे।
हाँ हाँ ट्राई जरूर करिएगा। Okay, now you can see my PowerPoint slide. You are able to see PowerPoint slide?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yes, yes, sir, yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So somebody was asking 20-80% ratio where we can find. So here you can find. This is the URL for where you can find everything about Mooc, all the obligations to PI universities, everything you will find. So this is UGC budget notification on. Okay, सुनील लायक सर बोलते हैं कि उनको एक प्रपोजल का सैंपल कॉपी चाहिए, तो मैं शेयर कर दूँ। ठीक है सर। तो कौन जानना चाहता था इसके बारे में? इसमें in the proposal you will find it has clearly mentioned that no university disallow this initiative taken by any faculty members. This UGC budget has clearly mentioned and clarified this, and budget notification has also mentioning of 20-80% ratio of blending of courses with regular teaching. भट्टाचार्य सर भी चाहते हैं कि कोई so we can say that format. Typically अब जैसा कि मैंने बोला कि video is the most important element of any X mode. So what kind of video we find most commonly we find any. So we normally find 4 kind of video. One is classroom based video, another is talking head based video. Talking head means expert is talking and delivering his talk, like you have seen in your this thing, your workshop. Somebody maybe explaining without their PPT or so that format is talking head. So and one more format is tablet based format. Basically we write everything on tablet and we will take the captured output of tablet screen and create a video of that putting our audio. Another way is by creating the output of PPT and by supporting our explanation part in the form of voice. So these are 4 typical format for any MOOC video. So can't we think more than this? These are not so engrossing. So content is the king, but we also know that MOOC has very high dropouts and low completion. So video may be one of the reasons for that dropouts. So how we can make video more interesting? So we have some. I have some strategies to make it more creative. So one is basically I told earlier also we should make it shorter. Video should be presented in chunks. Mayor also suggested something. Even Skinner has also suggested something. The information should be presented in chunks instead of in bulk. So how we can do it? Suppose one way is we in one video we will deal only one concept. That is the one way, but we don't want to create different videos. Rather, we want to create 130 minutes video. So okay, Arpana ma'am बोलने wanted to tell. So what we can do, suppose I have completed one concept, or I don't want to break video into shorter duration. So what we can do, I can put one quiz question into in the video. Suppose I have completed pedagogy. So after completing pedagogy in 5 minutes, I will place a quiz question that will ask some questions, MCQ kind of question about pedagogy. After giving the right answer, you will be allowed to go further. Otherwise, you will be directed to read some text or rewatch same video again. So this is what we can do if we don't want to make it short. So this is one way, and we will see how we can do it by using laptop only, by very simple authoring. So and Coursera is doing this thing. So this way, they will achieve mastery learning also. So they will ensure that okay, this person somebody has understood. हाँ हाँ बोलिए सुनीता नायक साहब बोलना चाह रहे हैं कुछ सुनील नायक.
It means you are saying about the in quiz video, na sir?
हाँ
In quiz video.
हाँ we can insert quiz in between videos. Okay, so by a simple way you won't be able to do this, but through some authoring tool you can do it very well.
So like that interactive presentations?
In this way you can make your video interactive also.
So that Edge Puzzle, then Peer Deck or H5P, are you speaking of these platforms?
So many. Basically, what you need to do, you need to follow some standard for creating such kind of video. SCORM, you can follow SCORM, TeamCAN, IEEE kind of standard. So basically, along with video, some algorithm will also go.
Sir, please repeat it, sir. Sir, please repeat it.
Sir, would you mind if you please write the names of those platforms in the chat box once?
I will show one basically tool by which you can create such kind of video.
Okay.
Very simple way.
And so one more query, you said that collaborative work is allowed for Mooc creation. Do the people who are collaborating, do they need to be from the same university for consent letter, or they can be from different universities?
No. One anchor. Suppose you are PI of that course, so you have to be from that university, and the rest you can rope in from other universities. You are the anchor of that course, suppose. So you have to take all the approvals from your university, and you can mention to whom you want to include in your Mooc course, if required by your board or council. For this, as per the pro forma requirement, you need to mention. Okay. So this is how we can make our video short without cutting it. So another way we can add some entertainment element to make it more interesting. So how we can do this? What I am doing presently, I am presenting. Hello. Is there any doubt from Sunil Naik?
No, sir, no.
He is on. Okay, now off. So I thought he wanted to ask something. Anyway, so what we are doing, we are suppose I am saying something in video mode, and suppose I am discussing about pedagogy. So I will insert pedagogy slide on my pedagogy slide on my face. So I will not be visible. Instead of me, that PPT slide will be visible. This is what we are doing by inserting PPT on the face of expert. This is typical way of creating video. So what we can do, instead of placing in front of the expert, what we can do, we can place it behind the expert using some very simple techniques. We have after applying those techniques, we can do this. No problem. We will show you. So instead of placing PPT before the expert, what we can do, we can place it behind the expert, and expert will basically animate the PPT. So what would be the effect of doing this thing? Earlier our content, that is PPT, was passive. that content is very passive, not interacting with the learners. Now, suppose I am interacting with the content, so content will not remain passive. Content will also interact with the learners. So learner will find that content is also interactive. So we will see by with the help of one demo video.
সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন সরকার চাকরির প্রস্তুতি চ্যানেলটিকে আর বেল আইকনে অল আইকনটি ক্লিক করুন যাতে নতুন ভিডিও আপডেট আপনারা সবার আগে পেতে পারেন। পশ্চিমবঙ্গ রাজ্যে জারি করা হলো ই পাস। আপনি যদি পশ্চিমবঙ্গ রাজ্যের মধ্যে এক জেলা থেকে
You won't be able to see that video, na?
ই পাসের মাধ্যমে যেতে পারবেন। আপনাকে কেউ আটকাবে
No,
না।
sir.
Hello.
No, sir, sir.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
রাজ্যে যেতে চান সেক্ষেত্রে যেতে
Okay.
পারেন। আপনাকে কেউ আটকাবে না। তো এরকম একটা ই পাস দেওয়া হচ্ছে এবং অনলাইনে আপনারা আবেদন করতে পারবেন সেই ই পাসের জন্য। কিভাবে আবেদন করবেন স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ সমস্ত অনলাইনে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন।
Now you can see video.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Starting.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
অফিসিয়াল ওয়েবসাইটে এইখানে এসে আপনারা একদম নিচে চলে আসবেন। নিচে এসে দেখতে পাবেন ওয়ান ওয়ে ইন্টার স্টেট এক্সিট পাস। তো এখানে বলা আছে যে আউটসাইড ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ফর ট্রাভেলিং টু প্লেসেস, অর্থাৎ আপনি যদি ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের বাইরে অথবা ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল ইন্টার স্টেট মানে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের মধ্যে যদি কোনো যেতে চান অন্য জেলায় বা ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের বাইরে অন্য কোনো রাজ্যে সেখানে যেতে পারেন এই ই পাস আবেদন করে। অ্যাপ্লাই নাও ক্লিক করতে হবে। ক্লিক করলে আপনার সামনে একটা ফর্ম এখানে ওপেন হয়ে যাবে। প্রথমে হবে সাইন ইনের পেজ। তো চলুন এটা আমরা দেখিয়ে দিই আপনাদেরকে। তো দেখুন এখানে বলা আছে ওয়ান ওয়ে ইন্টারেস্টেড যারা যাদের কাছে লগ ইন করে
Not audio, sir. No problem. Audio. Basically, this is the limitation with this system.
তারা এইখানে ক্লিক
Oh,
করবেন। ক্লিক
you can't hear. You can't plug in audio
আপনার সামনে আরেকটা পেজ খুলে যাবে।
during this conferencing mode.
আবেদন করতে হবে। এটা হচ্ছে
This is the problem. So no problem.
আপনার
You must understood this thing.
তারপরে সেন্ড ওটিপি ক্লিক করলে আপনার ফোন
Hello.
নাম্বার যেটা এখানে দেবেন সেই ফোন নাম্বারে একটা ওটিপি যাবে।
You understood the idea, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can create. Instead of placing content, you can place it. Here, basically, this expert has used interactive whiteboard. This can also be done using chroma key. आप जो देखते हैं ना न्यूज चैनल में वो लोग पीछे कोई वर्चुअल बैकग्राउंड लगा देते हैं. अर्लियर इट वाज ग्रीन क्लॉथ. ओके, आपने बहुत सारी मूवी के मेकिंग में भी देखा होगा कि वो ग्रीन के पीछे शूट करते हैं, रिप्लेस कर देते हैं. Okay, so by that method you can also replace your background with PPT slide or some any other animations.
रक्षित जी,
हाँ सर.
ये इंटरैक्टिव व्हाइट बोर्ड भी आता है, इसका ज्यादा है।
इसके कई सारे रेट्स होते हैं, मतलब वो आप मार्केट में पता करेंगे तो मिल जाएगा.
नहीं, एक अंदाजा सर।
अंदाजा मेरे ख्याल से पैनासोनिक का साइज अगर कुछ अगर 80 इंच की बात करें तो मेरे ख्याल से 1.5 के आसपास आना चाहिए. 1.5 लाख के आसपास आना चाहिए. डिपेंड करता है वो टेक्नोलॉजी के रेट्स, रेट कम भी हो सकता है.
Yes, ये क्रोमा की स्क्रीन है सर।
This is not chroma key. You can also get this kind of effect using chroma key. This is not chroma key. This is he has just used whiteboard. But similar effect you can take from chroma key if you don't have
Yes
this
sir, white board. Yes.
expensive whiteboard. Yes.
सर
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
एक एफडीपी में देखा था कि द पीपीटी जो सिर्फ देख रहे थे उनके लैपटॉप पे वो पीछे भी दिख रही थी.
हाँ
So
हाँ.
what kind of effect is that, sir?
Oh, that is chroma key effect. Chroma means you don't need to place green curtain behind. We will see in our demonstration how we can create. So I think in Zoom also this feature is there. You can replace your background and you can whatever you want to place in the background you can do it. I think in Zoom feature this kind of in Zoom app this feature is there.
Yes,
I
sir.
think. So by using that feature you can create, or otherwise you can create it using some software. I will demonstrate software. So by which you can also you just need to record yourself on green screen the background, and basically if you have uniform background there in the background, so the system will easily separate you from the background by using pixel information. Okay, so that is the whole concept behind this thing. Different pixels would be there in the frame.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this kind of video you can create. What is missing there in video? Learners feel that he is not participating in the video. Video is not interacting, and whatever he wants to ask to the expert, he is not able to ask because that video is very passive kind, one way of medium. So what we can do? We can create one animated character of that student, and that character will share the screen space with the expert. And the most common queries that character will keep on asking on students' behalf, and expert will answer those queries. So this way, student will feel that okay, I am also my representation is also there, and expert is also taking my queries into account. So for that also we can see one video
এরপরে কি আছে প্যাসেঞ্জার নেম, এখানে প্রথমত কতজন প্যাসেঞ্জার
how
যাবে,
we can do this.
যতগুলো প্যাসেঞ্জার যাবে অ্যাডে ক্লিক করলেই তার ডিটেলস এখানে চলে আসবে। তো প্রথমত প্যাসেঞ্জার নাম দেবেন, প্যাসেঞ্জারের জেন্ডার দেবেন, তার বয়স, তার সঙ্গে আপনার সম্পর্ক রিলেশনশিপ এবং তার ডকুমেন্টের নাম্বার, সে আধার কার্ডের নাম্বার দিতে পারেন একইভাবে বা ভোটার কার্ডের নাম্বার দিতে পারেন। তো যতজন যাবে সেইভাবে অ্যাড করে মেম্বারগুলোকে অ্যাড করবেন। তারপরে প্যাসেঞ্জার নেম এখানে দেখিয়ে দেবে। এরপরে ডিক্লারেশন আছে তিনটে টোটাল, এখানে তিনটেতে আপনাকে টিক মার্কে ক্লিক করতে হবে। ক্লিক করার পরে এই যে এখান থেকে আই এগ্রি চুজ করতে হবে, এগ্রি, তারপরে সাবমিট করে দিলেই আপনার অ্যাপ্লিকেশন সাকসেসফুলি সাবমিট হয়ে যাবে এবং 24 আওয়ার্স অর্থাৎ 24 ঘন্টার মধ্যে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাবে। এবং যদি আপনি আজকে আবেদন করে আজকে দিতে চান সেক্ষেত্রে একটু অসুবিধা হয়ে যায়, তাই আপনি যেদিন ট্রাভেল করতে চান, যেদিন জার্নি করতে চান, যেদিন যেতে চান তার আগের দিন বা তার দুদিন আগে আপনি অ্যাপ্লিকেশন
So this is one way of doing this thing. Suppose you don't create, you are not able to create animated cartoon character. So that lady has used puppet. So I will show you one more picture.
हाँ जी दाम
ঝোল দেবো না তোমার মোটমোটা মশারি মোটমোটা মশারি
হ্যাঁ বলছি বলবো আমি ই পাসের জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করছি, তোমার ওই আধার কার্ডের এটা পাঠাও আমাকে ছবিটা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে। হ্যাঁ ই পাসের জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করছি,
Okay.
ঠিক আছে?
Let me share this
আরে
picture.
ই পাস অনলাইনে জানো না যে 1 থেকে 8 যে দেখলে অনলাইন ই পাস অ্যাপ্লাই করলেও হবে, ঠিক আছে? ই পাস
This window. Okay. So now you can see.
যাওয়ার জন্য
Uh,
শুধু
you are
আধার
able to see
কার্ডটার
video.
ছবিটা দাও তাহলেই হবে, আমার নাম্বারটা লাগবে আর তোমার নামটা লাগবে,
Yes, sir. Yes,
ঠিক আছে? আর
Yes, sir.
আধার কার্ড আর তোমার 1 কপি ছবি, ঠিক আছে? আমাকে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে পাঠাও, ঠিক আছে? আমি অ্যাপ্লাই করি দেখি, যদি হয়ে যায় তো ওটা হলেই হয়ে যাবে, আর তাও তুমি চেষ্টা করবে ওখানে করার একটা, ঠিক আছে? এটাই ফাইনাল।
So this is one way of basically including students representation in your video module. Okay, so this way you can make your video interactive and interesting. Okay. Now I'm coming back to present window PPT. So we have so many other things. Now we can, okay. So to make our basically video entertaining, what we can do, we can apply some cinematic techniques also. So we can apply 3-act dramatic structure. Basically, discovery people they are applying this 3-act structure in their documentary filmmaking, educational filmmaking. We can also apply such kind of thing. I think you don't. Do you want to learn this thing or we can skip?
कंटिन्यू करिए सर, अच्छा लग रहा है, कंटिन्यू करिए।
अच्छा लग रहा है. So what is 3-act dramatic structure? is anybody from media side here, the participants? Hello, hello.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
कोई मीडिया जर्नलिज्म मास कम्युनिकेशन से कोई है क्या?
I think no, sir.
Nobody is there. So basically, suppose
তখন বলে খেতে পারবো না
you have written a story
আমি তাহলে তোর খাবারটা
and
খাবো
you want to treat it
করে আপনার দেখি
in a cinematic way. So
So
one established basically method for treating your story is three act structure, dramatic structure. So what we do in this structure, we basically divide our whole story into three parts. One part basically we dedicate first part for introduction of all the characters, establishment of characters, their character buildings, plots, subplots. We all do we do all these things in the setup portion or phase of the three act structure. So this is the first act in which we establish everything. Then in the second part of the three act structure, I mean in the second act, what we do, we try to create conflicts or we create all kind of problems, difficulties. So by using rising actions, okay. Then in the third act of this structure, we what we do, we resolve everything. We give some solution and happy ending kind of thing. So the whole and anything which is dramatic normally is written using this structure. Okay, so how we can apply this in our academic writing? So this is what I have formulated. So basically, in the first act, that is setup, we can establish our topic as we establish main plot in our basically drama script. Then we can add subtopics as we do by introducing subplots in our cinema or dramatic writing. Then in place of character, we can introduce our concept. In place of character building, we can build our concept. So this is all setup. So by this way, we will introduce our topic, main topic, and all the subtopics, concept, and we will discuss, explain all the conflicts. So this is setup. We have set everything pertaining to our topic. Then in the conflict area, we will create difficulty associated, problem and difficulty associated with our main topic. What are the problems associated with the topic? Then in the third act, we will resolve all the problems by giving the solution and application. So this is good way. Discovery people they are applying typical basically representation of structure. You can see. Similarly, we can also make gamification based video. Basically, when we talk about youth, they like video games very much. So, in the same pattern, we can create our video modules by using gamification concept of learning. So, what is gamification? Basically, gamification is nothing but utilizing the gaming paradigm in non-gaming situation. This is known as gamification. So how we can do this? In this game-based learning, our learner will act as protagonist and will be given some task based on the learning topics or theme. Different learning object will be presented in the form of challenges, and level of difficulties will act as antagonist. The learning process will be executed by relevant guiding instruction guiding instruction will pop up at a regular interval. So this is how we will guide our learner so that he can execute his task. Then
হ্যালো,
during this course we will also explain our link
দেখছি,
concept.
দাঁড়াও দাঁড়াও, ই পাস কি মনে হয় বন্ধ
Then
করে দেওয়ার মতো
he
বুঝলে।
will complete learning activities and tasks
না, ই পাস
and
মনে হয় বন্ধ
submit the
করে দিয়েছে
task
এখন,
and
আমি
assignment
দেখছি, দাঁড়াও।
as the
কিছু
final
হয়তো করছি না,
construction of
তারপরে
the task. Here he
পারমিশন
will
নিতেই হবে।
complete the game, and now we will reward him with these scores. So let us try to understand this thing with the help of one demo video. Yeah. So I think now you can see that window. No.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
you
sir.
can. Now you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So you won't be able to hear audio. That is the main problem. I will put my mic. Instead of instead of listening the audio portion, you can read. You can read the call outs. Okay, okay, sir, no problem. Yeah, I will.
তাই তো আপনাকে শুধাচ্ছি, আপনি কালকে গেলেন, আপনি তাই জানবেন। হ্যাঁ বাপ রাবণ দিলাবাড়ি গেলে
Shall I stop this or should I continue?
Continue, sir. Continue. So after years,
I think हाँ रोक लेते हैं क्योंकि now we have only 15 minutes.
फिर इसमें कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर यूज किया है आपने?
नहीं इसमें मैंने नहीं किया है सर, ये मैंने नहीं बनाया है, मैंने सिर्फ एक रेफरेंस लिया है। ये उसका वीडियो पोर्शन है, ये इंटरेक्टिव है, ये प्रोग्राम बेस्ड है। यू कैन मेक इट ऑन फ्लैश आल्सो, नो प्रॉब्लम, एंड वेरी सिंपल प्रोग्रामिंग, नॉट very difficult. So with the help of some IT professional, what you can do, you can apply some project under that stride scheme. Somebody must have explained about the stride project of UGC. Huh?
Yes, sir. Dr.
Yes,
Rohit
sir.
asked me
Rohit
about
asked
Ah,
me about-
so what you can do, you can propose your some idea by collaborating some computer department personnel, and you can create a proposal by for such kind of video, or not video, module, interactive module, multimedia based tutorial or module, and you can apply for some funding also for under stride project or under some minor or major project. Oh, so many UGC schemes are there. You can prepare your proposal, and you can also that.
Okay, okay.
So this is I am not saying that you will create. I just want to basically create some spark so that you can visualize such kind of stuff. Okay. So this is the main objective of showing all these things. So I think before wasting much time, now we have only very limited time left. So what you want to these tips we can skip. Okay, so now we can directly come to I will log off from this system, and I will log into some other system. Okay. हेलो।
हाँ सर।
यस सर, यस सर। क्योंकि वहाँ पर मुझे अलाउ कर दीजिएगा अगर मैं लॉगिन होता हूँ दूसरे वाले से। यस सर।
यस सर।
मैं यहाँ से लॉग ऑफ हो रहा हूँ।